Alrighty. So it's a little bit chaotic, but we'll figure it out. It's going to be Rex versus Reynor first. Reynor has no camera. This match is live though. Just because Reynor has no camera, that doesn't mean it's not live. Why can I not adjust my volume? I hope this is good. I hope this is good. Alright, let's get it on.
Let's get it on.
Why is there a bar at the bottom? Oh, because I'm in manager. Give me a sec. Sorry. I need to switch accounts. Sorry, guys. Managing another YouTube account. We're making it. We're big time now. Now we are Gucci. This match is live, even though this man does not have a camera. In the top right side, representing us, trying to make it 4 in a row. We had a very false start to the season, 0-2. We've won the last 3. Let's hope we can win on playday number 6 as well. It is BASILISK Reynor. Bottom left side, the man who's got a working camera to show you guys that this match is live. It is Rex, representing OFFSYDE Gaming. Rex is a wild boy. It is not the BASILISK account, no. It's the coin poker account. Because apparently you need that to go live. I've never streamed live on YouTube in my life, so I had no idea what to do. But just having the stream link is not good enough, apparently. You need to also be on the account. It's a bit weird. It's very different than how Twitch works, but learn something new every day, guys. Thank you to Morituri for the 16 months with Prime. And let's have some fun. Let's hope we get a dub. I will not be doing the second match today, because I obviously have the big rainbows later tonight as well. But I don't want to sit here for 8 hours straight, because I feel like that's not going to be very wise. What do we see so far? It seems that Rex is opening up with Zergling speed. Reynor opting to go without Zergling speed. He is mining gas. We'll keep an eye on it. Reynor might just play this very safe, knowing that he's obviously the favorite, and as long as nothing super silly happens, he should be able to win this 2-0. He's gonna get link speed too, just a little bit later. Not Starcraft stuff, TBD forever. Just something else that I started doing now on the Sunday nights. Maybe we can turn it into something. Maybe not, but worst comes to worst, I get some entertainment out of it. And as long as you get entertainment in life, shouldn't you be happy? There is a small chance that in the next 90 minutes, eventually I have to stand up to open my door quickly. Because they are delivering my national jerseys for the Euros. Gone all out, home jersey, away jersey. I expect to get entertainment out of this for 7 games, so seems like a great investment. Some orange, some blue, some orange, some blue, some orange, some blue, and orange in the final. Reynor is firing up 14 links, but he's got +1 missile attacks on the way as well. Tiny bit confused about how we got here in this ZVZ. That's only for countries that get eliminated early, Lina. Like perhaps Germany, if you didn't give yourself the easiest group ever. Don't think Reynor is going to be able to accomplish a whole lot here. He is going to dive on one of these morphing links, and he actually makes the correct call as he does force a cancel. There's a second morphing link. Now, it's actually looking pretty good. Didn't think initially that Reynor was going to be able to do too much here. He's got a 7 worker lead, and he's having perfect micro with his Zerglings. Doesn't really eat a big bailing shot at all. I was wondering if he could maybe send it on the one low HP queen. The answer to that question is no. But what we do have is Reynor going up to 3 bases, having a pretty healthy worker lead, having an upgrade lead. We gotta be pretty happy with how this game has started 5 minutes in. Meanwhile, Rex is morphing banelings aggressively right now. And Rex says, alright, you had your shot, and now it's my time to find some damage. As long as Reynor keeps on building roaches, I want to say I don't think we should be in too much trouble. One of the queens, unfortunately for Reynor, is going to get surrounded immediately, and the roach count is decent. Is it high enough? Thank the Lord that we've got transfuse energy, otherwise we'd be in serious trouble. Banelings are looking for connections with the drones. Reynor's split initially is very good. Banelings will now turn around and go for the main. Reynor will hold here. The only question is how many workers are we losing in the process of this great hold. Look at that splits. Oh my. Tasteless. I'm having some nerd chills over here. We might lose. Okay, we do need to go back to mining, by the way, guys. We haven't mined in a little while now. A couple of drones low on HP, but we are still enjoying a 13 worker lead. We've got the roaches with +1 missile attacks right now for days. And we'll take it. That is a good start to play day number 6. I like what Rex did here, though. Like, slightly different. You gotta be a little creative here if you're a player like Rex, because you obviously know how good Reynor is in these normal games, and you don't just want to let Reynor do his thing. And if Reynor was just a tiny more stubborn and a tiny bit greedier, he could have been in trouble. Surely it's GG already. I have learned my lesson after play day 1, that I am not calling GGs too early and I'm not celebrating too early. A couple of those games looked incredibly good too. I like to think that Reynor is in pretty good shape right now. I'm not expecting anything too weird to happen in this best of 2. Still not sure if Germany can advance. I think Germany is pretty good. I'm gonna make a lot of very silly jokes in the upcoming 2-3 weeks about Germany. But deep down inside, I actually think that team is pretty good. They've got a shot at going far. Very far. Not as far as us, obviously, but pretty far. Reynor goes for a little Ling run by, and those roaches were out of position. That means that our Zerglings sneak in, but the same thing is happening on the other side of the map. So it's a Reynor run by into a Rex run by. Reynor is the first one who's dealing damage, though, deep inside of the main base. He's just finding more damage. These are maybe not the kind of games that Rex should be looking for, where it's like chaos, multitasking. There are very few players on this planet as quick as Reynor. And the numbers on the left side don't lie. Rex lost 14 workers there, meanwhile Reynor only losing 4. Reynor still having links active in the main. Absolutely, sign up. I've got nothing but love for my Eastern neighbors. I've got German friends. Some of my best friends are German. I can make fun of them. I feel like it's mandatory. If you're from the Netherlands, you're supposed to banter a little with the neighbors. It's gonna be an exciting time. I read a tweet yesterday. As Reynor now, by the way, guys, is incredibly far ahead. As soon as they will battle, I will talk about the battle. But at this point, they're both building roaches. But Reynor is ahead in upgrades. And it's 18 workers ahead and already has a bigger army. So there really is no happy ending here. And if you guys want me to do the caster thing, but what could Rex do to get back into this game? Perhaps just build roaches, somehow hope that Reynor lets you max out and take the best fight ever. But right now his chances are less than 1%. Okay, well, let's just wait until Reynor takes the 1-0 lead. I was gonna say something, but I forgot what I was gonna say. Doesn't matter. 100 army supply against 80. It's actually Rex who's got 1-1 right now. Reynor fighting 8 seconds before +2. But once +2 is done, we obviously still like the upgrade situation. As Reynor swings back to the center, waiting for his reinforcements, trying to get a superior concave. Rex is walking up a ramp. Didn't actually had high ground vision with that overseer there, so he knew what he was walking into. And he seems to be confident that this is the fight to take. I don't think it's really the fight to take. But he probably feels there really is no other option. GG gets called. Reynor takes the 1-0 lead for us, for himself. And that's awesome. Love from Germany. Yes, I got that part. What do you think about Group D at the Euros? France, Netherlands, Austria, Poland. I think it's a very tough group. I think it is the toughest group by far. I look forward to the F1 anthem, you know. The Dutch national anthem followed up by the Austrian anthem. That's going to be great. The Zierikzee is actually going. He just got selected because we lost Cope Miners. The midfielder from Atalanta, he got injured, so now Zierikzee is going. France will get first, second, no matter, will be destroyed by England in the next round. Sure. I'm sure that England is going to absolutely destroy the Netherlands, mate. Sure. I don't even think that's how it works necessarily, but What was I saying, guys? Damn it. I hate it when I've got something I want to say. And I was like, alright, let's talk about this game that clearly is going Reynor's way. I don't know. Drawing a blank. Netherlands, France, Germany. I don't even know. Doesn't matter. But what I do know is that we're definitely gonna do some viewing parties in the upcoming weeks. Obviously not for every game, that's impossible with 3 games a day. But there will be quite a few days where I'll just be hanging out on my second channel, having the game open, talking about it, watching. It's gonna be fun. I love the Euros. It's gonna be a great summer. Euros for 6 weeks, and then we're actually pretty close to the Esports World Cup. Non-stop WTL, we got some big brain battles, we got a home Surrey Cup to look forward to. You're gonna tell us why it's mandatory to make fun of Germans? I feel like it was something else, because I don't really have a good reason for that. Just love the banter, that's all. Maybe eventually it will come back to me. Are you allowed to stream it? I'm obviously not allowed to stream the game, but what I can do is just put the camera on me, have chat on screen, have like a score box, and talk about the matches. That is, of course, allowed. That is what a viewing party is all about. Top right side of Post Youth, we are looking at the main base of OFFSYDE Rex. Bottom left side, we're looking at the main base of our Italian Stallion. Happy to see him be playing some games. Let's hope we can get a 2-0 on the board here. I know he's the 50-50 man, but we don't want him to be a 50-50 man, because the other 2 matchups here are actually kind of scary. So, BASILISK Reynor. Still in Korea, for the people who are wondering. He will be in Korea for probably like 2 more weeks. And then he should be back in Europe. Here is some whiskey for you. I am taking 1 shot too. I'm actually not allowed to drink right now, mate. New medication. I will take it at least for a week, because I obviously want to feel as good as possible. Wow, Rex is crazy. So no alcohol for me. But that's okay. I will enjoy the Euros with or without alcohol. And after a couple of days, we should be able to have a couple drinks. So Rex is sending his drones to the bottom side of the map. The reason he's doing this is because now he can mine out these mineral patches. And that will open up another way to get into the main. Perhaps he's even going to sneak like 1 or 2 drones. I mean, Reynor is going to scout. And this is a drone pool. What Reynor doesn't know yet, guys, is that the floodgates are already open. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, we're going to get spine crawler rushed. This actually is a bit scary. We don't need these Evo chambers anymore, man. I think we should cancel these Evo chambers. They're not doing anything for us. 4 drones are already here. Extra drones are now showing up. Reynor, please cancel those Evos. We really don't need them. And we are going to start battling. There are 8 links in the production tab with 4 spine crawlers. That is a crazy amount of spines. Oh, is this going to be good enough? I'm actually very scared. Reynor has already lost 7 drones. 4 spines are mega healthy. Rex with a proper ZVZ special here on Post Youth. Didn't just mine out those mineral patches. He wanted to spine crawler rush. He pulled all the drones. I don't see how Reynor holds this, because we're going to lose the spawning pool. We don't have any queens on the way. We're gonna now try to battle these 2 spines that are morphing in range, as we're gonna try to protect our own spine. It is 11 drones against 9. It's a bunch of extra links for Reynor, but it's so many spine crawlers on the side of Rex. Oh. Does Reynor have money? Okay, we have money to at least build a... Is it enough to force a base trade? Reynor has enough money to morph an extractor somewhere. So we've got that going for ourselves. We do need to do that sometime soon. And now the links and drones of Reynor need to absolutely crush everything inside of this main base. We need to get on top of these links. We need to get on top of these drones. And we need to make sure that spine does not finish up. This is the fight that can at least maybe give us a draw. It maybe even... No, probably not more than that. But let's see. We need to kill that spine. We need to absolutely get on top of the spine. Links are doing their thing. Kind of okay. Kind of okay for now. Can we get like 1 more drone kill? Every single drone kill matters at this point. Every single Zergling kill matters. Reynor is absolutely, I think, winning this fight. Rex is waiting for regeneration, but he's losing extra links. That's so important. We've got money to build an extractor here. And with an extractor, we can get a draw. But oh, the extra bit of these extra links that came out, that's actually very problematic. Rex right now has more. Reynor needs to keep on surrounding units, needs to keep on killing units without ideally losing too many himself. Kills another drone. Reynor, please start building. That's okay. He's actually mining a tiny bit. It's not much, but it is something. Links and drones battling. This is not important. These spines show us the fight. WTL Observer, what are you doing? We need to watch this fight because this is Reynor's only chance in turning this into a draw. And it's actually starting to look like it's going our way. Reynor's got one more circling, gets another kill. It's 4 links, 2 of them very low on HP. As Rex is now trying to mine a little bit more money. Reynor, please build. Okay, does he have an extractor on the low ground? Reynor, get your extractor, please. Guys, Reynor is about to be eliminated. No. Nope. Get your extractor, Reynor, please. You've got money. You've got money. Please build it. Oh, no, not that one. It's so far away. Don't do this. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. That was scary as hell. But okay, we got our extractor down. I think it's a draw. Am I crazy? Wait. There is a world where Reynor maybe wins, right? Because the spines, obviously, if he roots them, they're gonna bleed out. And they're gonna have a very hard time. Yeah, I think it's a win. I think you guys are right. Because the spines are not gonna be able to make it... He shouldn't have... The spines should not be able to make it up. I think Reynor can always body block. Why an extractor? Because we just need one building. But yeah, Reynor can prevent each and every single spine from rooting on creep. Yeah, Rex knows it. He is laughing. Like, spines cannot fight. If he roots them here, they're gonna bleed out. If he doesn't root them... Oh my goodness, this is sick. Let's go! I know they don't bleed while walking, but obviously then they can get attacked by links. Wow, what a win. What a win. That is actually insane. Yeah, he probably should have not killed that hatch. However, yeah. I actually think the best... Oh yeah, Rex should have probably just built that spine in range of the mineral line. But don't actually kill the hatchery. Because as long as that hatchery is alive... But then Reynor could kill his own hatch, right? To be fair. Like, Reynor could eventually bring links back to kill his own hatchery. 6. Actually 6. We'll take it. Reynor with a 2-0. What a win. Never any doubt, guys. Never any doubt. So I think we're going to do Trigger versus uThermal now, but I'm not 100% certain about that. Because maybe Firefly has made it. And then we're going to do Firefly against ShoWTimE. I was kind of worried, by the way, because Reynor waited so long to build that extractor that for a split second I thought maybe he forgot. I was like, fucking build it! But maybe he didn't want to build it too early, because he didn't have any money. And if all the links and drones would have gone for the extractor immediately, then maybe he wouldn't have been able to build a second one anymore. So let's see what's happening now. Overlord can only give creep if it's tier 2. And obviously this was a tier 1 game, not tier 2. So yeah, what are we gonna do now? Will it be... Cool picture, by the way, of uThermal. Looks awesome. Will it be uThermal versus Trigger, or will it be ShoWTimE versus Firefly? The reason we didn't play Firefly ShoWTimE first is because Firefly ain't here. So I cannot give you guys a prediction now either, because I need to wait until I know who's playing. Fun game. What? Allow me. Here we go. Thank you, OFFSYDE, for getting us started. For 100 bits, you can post a massive emote in the chat. I mean, I guess it's $1. I'll take it. So right now I can let you guys in a tiny dilemma. The reason why we let Trigger play last is because obviously it's very early in Canada. So some days we let him play his match like 1 or 2 days in advance. I never know the score, but then at least he can play on a time that suits him. And today we just put him last, so it's at least not like 8 AM. It's a little bit later. But now unfortunately Firefly ain't here. Now they're saying like if Firefly is not here within 4 minutes, they're gonna give us a free win. But I don't want that. We never do it. We would much rather lose with all the matches being played than win by taking a free win. That's obviously silly. So I'll just ask Trigger if he's okay to play first, and then we can give Firefly another 20-30 minutes to make it. There is word that Firefly will be here in 5 minutes. If he is here in 5 minutes, awesome. We can watch PvP. If not, we'll just play Trigger versus uThermal first. And then he has like another 20 minutes to make it. I mean, we love WTL. We love winning. But obviously we don't want to win by taking 3 wins. That would be very smart, Trigger. But I don't want that. Would you be okay, mate, to, if he's not here yet in 4 minutes, to play against uThermal first? I know it's still proper early, but I hope that's acceptable. Said he's here in 5 minutes, so let's see. If he's here in 5 minutes, we watch some PvP. If he's not here in 5 minutes, we'll watch Trigger play against uThermal. And there is a very good chance that uThermal will play Terran, as Mark has been tryharding over the last few days. But yeah. Alright, I think Firefly is actually about to be here. He is coming. Let's do it. Let's go PvP then. Firefly versus a ShoWTimE, best of 2. Firefly 2-0, ShoWTimE 2-0. Whoop. 1-1 and draw. Yes, 10 minutes. I'm gonna go ahead and make myself a coffee. And then we can watch some PvPs together. Should be fun. Good start. Nice win by Reynor. Never any doubt, guys. Never any doubt. Shout out to Blue Hair Critic, by the way. 37 months. Friday, boys. Looking forward to seeing you again, mate. Home Story Cup is going to be awesome. Alrighty. I am back. Still waiting for Firefly and ShoWTimE to fire up their little best of 2. And after that, we should be able to watch uThermal play Terran versus our Canadian Protoss Trigger. Could be a very short stream, this one, but obviously we'll be back around, I think, 5 p.m. Then we have 1 hour of ladder games. We can click some buttons, hang out, talk about all the good things in life, and then watch the big brain bouts. Absolutely. I will just take a break, Sty. So we're gonna watch this clan war, and then I'll host up Wardy, and he will show you guys the second clan war. And then around 5 p.m., which is in 2.5 hours from now, I'll be back. Couple ladder games into big brain bouts. Who is on the BBB tonight? Bully versus Maya. Kukut versus Moja. Sabadas versus Russian Art. And Hero Marine versus Laser. It's the most exciting BBB ever. I don't know. It's an exciting one. I don't know if it's the most exciting one ever, but I am glad that you are so hyped to see your friends play. I think he is better. I don't know if it's significantly better. Because Moja doesn't always play. He takes some breaks. And Kukut has been like 5.5, 5.6k MMR in modern day and age. That's pretty good. But yeah, there is a chance that that is 3-0 for Moja. But I don't think so. Like, Moja is good, but he shouldn't be invincible. But the favorite, sure, I agree. No Euro tonight. I'll definitely have it on my phone, mate. I am absolutely gonna have it on my phone, but yeah. No watch party. But we can talk about it. We can discuss it. We do more than enough Starcraft. Not every game that we watch together has to be Starcraft from the very beginning till the very end. We can watch some big brain bouts, talk about the players, interact with chat, and talk about football at the same time. Alrighty. Our second best of 2 of this clan war, as we have loaded into post-youth. Bottom left side, it is Berlin International Gaming's plus BASILISK ShoWTimE. Top right side, we're looking at the main base of our Chinese Protoss, that is Firefly. Was late. We don't know why he was late, but we gave him time, and he's made it. And isn't that so much better? Now we at least get to see some games. Last time ShoWTimE played against the Chinese protos in WTL, it didn't go all that hot. Jayshi got the best of him. And I actually think Firefly is better than Jayshi, but those games were weird, especially the game on Pulse Youth. I'm still thinking about it, and I still don't really know what the hell happened in that game. Somehow it went ShoWTimE's way. I'm gonna pause the stream for like 5 seconds, because it seems to be lagging a tiny bit. And then sometimes when I unpause it, it's gonna be better. So let's hope that was the magic trick. The FPS is a little low. I mean, I can take a look at the Twitch stream if you guys want that. But it seems that we've got a rather creative opening coming out of Firefly here, who has warped in a gas in a simulator at the bottom side of the map. And what he's going to do now is mine minerals, mine gas, mine minerals, mine gas, mine minerals, mine gas. And then with a single probe, you're actually going to be able to create an entrance into the main base of your opponent. It's pretty smart. It's a classic trick that we've seen it a couple times. We've seen Zerg players use it in the past as well, as they were often the ones looking for those Zergling floods. I think this is particularly cool when you do it with a one gate opening. Because if I'm ShoWTimE right now, I'm not really thinking about this stuff. Because it's not like you scouted 2 gateways on the other side of the map and you're like, oh, my opponent is definitely going to be aggressive immediately. Now this probe hiding here is a bit of a tell. And I feel that ShoWTimE, yes, ShoWTimE will know. Super important that we picked up on this, because now we don't have to deal with a single adept into the back of our main. I don't know why Firefly put the probe there. I actually think that's a big mistake. All your hard work now kind of gone. Might still be able to get like a worker or 2 here. Obviously a single adept still has a lot of potential. That is -1 probe. We might get a second one here. He is going to get a second one. But if that is what it is, we will take it. Nibamo. Iba was hiding his gateway that he was building in France while his main was actually in Greenland. Like, I swear, man, they can see that. They can see across the water, I promise. I don't want to do it anymore. Mine has 3 workers in the end, and that is a little bit annoying. ShoWTimE goes a Phoenix, meanwhile Firefly has an Oracle. There was a day and age where this would be a borderline free win. That's absolutely not the case anymore. Ever since they changed the armor, it's so much harder to kill oracles these days. Now if that oracle is just gonna fly straight into a battery and double Phoenix, it's still pretty damn good, guys, don't get me wrong. And it seems like that is the case. What Firefly could do is oh, that's smart actually. Ah, well done. Gets the oracle in range of the Stargate, sees the Stargate, sees that Phoenixes are being produced, and turns around immediately. So ShoWTimE actually didn't know that the Oracle was there. Firefly did see that this was not safe and he had to go home. Creative games so far coming out of Firefly. Could definitely say that the man ain't trying to bring us something a little different here on Post Youth. ShoWTimE probably feeling okay about this game, but it does become annoying when you've built 3-4 Phoenix and you just can't get any value out of them because you know that there are oracles out there, and the moment that you try to kill 2 or 3, 4 probes on the other side of the map with 1 lift at a time, if double oracle flies into your mineral line, you lose 10 workers in the blink of an eye. Firefly knows where the Phoenixes are, but he's still just gonna go for it. The man says, I don't give a fuck because you don't have a shield battery here. So I'm actually gonna be able to kill quite a few. Get 6, make it 7. I think in the end he's gonna get like 8 or 9. It's 8. That's a lot of damage. I don't know if that was the best moment ever to do that, but hey, if he likes it. Now down in army supply, significantly, ShoWTimE drops the darks right immediately. I actually kind of like that. Saying, okay, most of the time after oracles, you're going to go into a Twilight Council for blink stalkers. And you're probably just going to make as many stalkers as humanly possible while building probes going up to 3 bases. I don't think you have any detection. Let's keep a close eye on that production tab. Will Firefly drop a robo? Or is ShoWTimE's call here absolutely brilliant? And our DT is straight up going to win this game. I like it. Should be good. Should work out. A 3-0 lead would be very sweet here. As you guys know, in WTL, if you win the clan war without going to an ace match, you get 3 points. If you win it in an ace match, you get 2 points. If you lose in an ace match, as we lose 1 Phoenix, you get 1 point. So a map win here guarantees us a point, but obviously we're looking for all 3. Firefly still has no detection whatsoever. This may turn into one of these weird games where Firefly has like a few more stalkers. He blinks forward, he wins the stalker fight, but once DTs are out, as long as we make sure that Firefly doesn't get detection, I feel like we should always win. Firefly, if I was him, I would YOLO blink forward immediately. DTs will get warped in. Oh, the timing here is actually very good by Firefly though. Now he should have time, instead it's still a slow DT warp in. ShoWTimE perhaps still in a tiny bit of trouble. What is Firefly doing at home? Still not building an Oracle. Also, he's going to build an Oracle now. 1 DT is going to have a hard time killing pylons. Oh no. And the Great Wall of Firefly, his pylons as well. ShoWTimE eventually should be able to take a good fight here, right guys? As that pylon is going to get healed up for a little while. We still have a DT helping out. It is 17 probes that have gone down. And it seems like the DT on the other side of the map is doing not a whole lot. Slash nothing. Where is it? No, it didn't even got in. Sick job by Firefly. He played that really well. I want to say I don't think the game is 100% over yet, but ShoWTimE is scratching his head. He's down 7 workers, and obviously has way less stalkers. We need to be so careful here. Maybe we can kill the Oracle. That would be sick. ShoWTimE is stalkers now in a very awkward spot. Firefly should have blinked forward there. At least that's what I would have done. Does not do that. 31 army supply against 22. We have 1 pylon here, the 2 batteries. We might have battery overcharge again as well. We lose the stalker. Microing blink stalkers on US West ain't easy. And ShoWTimE is getting another taste of that. This fight not going too bad though. I kind of like it. As we blink forward, try to grab 1. We do grab 1. Alright. ShoWTimE up 4 workers. No battery overcharge available for a little while. There are still 2 Phoenixes doing that thing. As we have 1 DT forcing a double sentry warp in. Would have been awesome to put the Phoenix on top of that Oracle. Force field not good enough to trap the DT. As Firefly continues stalker aggression. Can ShoWTimE hold just a little while longer? Coco, we could really use a 2nd overcharge right about now. These fights are not too bad. We just need to make sure that we don't run too low on units. Our batteries are drained. Phoenixes are going to try to absorb a couple shots as well. Coco, we could really use a 2nd overcharge right about now. It is not going to be in time. Yeah, 1 more DT. It would have been cool when he saw that his DT got... I should switch my camera, by the way. When he saw that his DT got revealed on the top side of the map, or revelated, whatever. And you have the 2 Phoenixes there. To put those 2 Phoenixes on top of that Oracle immediately, then you can kill it. Then you can warp in another Oracle, or another DT at home. That would force Firefly to rebuild the Oracle that he just lost against the Phoenixes. And then maybe enough time goes by that it goes our way. ShoWTimE is now Basilisk. No, we are partnering up with ShoWTimE and BIG for this season of the WTL Codas. After this season of WTL Codas is done, we will go our separate ways again. But obviously Serral is not always available. ShoWTimE could not play in this league all by himself, so we teamed up together with them. Earlier in the stream I mentioned that nice guys always finish last. We gave Firefly 35 minutes more than he was supposed to get to make it to this match. We could have taken a free win. We didn't want to take a free win. Now we are watching and Firefly takes the 1-0 lead. Yeah, I kind of think that that would have been a play as well, Go Prince. But I understood that he felt he needed that DT immediately, since Firefly did obviously have a few more stalkers. And if those stalkers blink forward after he kills that battery, I think it would have been too difficult to ever even stabilize. When it's like 12 against 6 or 7, it doesn't matter, right? How well you micro, if you pull probes, you're just not gonna win those fights. Unlucky. It's been a tough season so far for D-Maur, but we still believe. Top left side of Site Delta. We are looking at the main base of a Chinese Protoss Firefly. Getting a point on the board for Offside Gaming. On bottom right side, we are looking at the main base of D-Maur. Berlin International Gaming's and BASILISK ShoWTimE. You believe in Trigger? Well, let's hope ShoWTimE wins at least a map here. That would be awesome. I think we can live with a 1-1. I mean, Firefly is a really good player. We can't ignore the fact that he also took down Clem a couple times. So. But ShoWTimE should be, at the minimum, be able to get a draw. ShoWTimE's PvP is mighty fine if he's feeling it. Even recently beat MaxPax in a semi-final of the weekly, or grand final, whatever it was. I wasn't here for that one, but we know he did it. And that ain't easy. You guys like my Detroit mug, by the way? The 8 Mile City, baby. Hello, Ozark. I've got so many cool Starbucks mugs right now. And I know it's a bit of a trap, right? But I gotta say, some places they're actually kind of cheap. And I feel like they are very nice coffee mugs. I'm sure you're paying a little extra because it's Starbucks and whatnot, but having one of these mugs, having a memory of a trip and only paying like 10 buckies or something, I think it's very reasonable. It's more useful than a keychain or a magnet on your fridge. Back-to-back pylon blocks. It seems like the era that we let the pylon finish and then start warping in cybercores is kind of over. Seems that the builds just kind of work out a bit better if you don't do that, but you just try to block as long as humanly possible with pylons and a probe that's maneuvering around. I still like to go the easy route and just build a cybercore, but don't copy me, guys. I don't know what the hell I'm doing. Firefly, however, says, I will copy you, Roddy. That's still a thing, mate. Pylon, into pylon, into letting it finish, and then building a cybernetics core. Means that ShoWTimE his expand is going to be a bit later, but he has a much quicker Stargate. The problem with t-shirts as well, Blue Hair Critic, at least with t-shirts that I've bought in the past as memories, is that your body changes, you know. Either you lose a couple kilograms, or in my case, you gain a couple kilograms. And then the shirt that used to be awesome, A, it gets old and washed out, and B, it just doesn't fit that well anymore. While a coffee mug is always going to be useful. Hey, yeah, they shrink. Let's put it on the shirts, they shrink. Didn't you break one of your mugs last year? I broke one of my BlizzCon mugs, yeah. It was actually kind of sad. It was really cool. It was very big. There was a fly landing on the side of my mug, and I thought it would be a great idea to just slap the mug to kill the fly. And obviously I just whipped my mug out of my desk and it broke on the floor. That's a legitimately negative IQ gaming by me, but... Reynor also broke one, but I got that one back. Slowly Falling and Jeremy were very sweet to me in Atlanta. And they basically asked Reynor what kind of a mug he broke from me, and they brought it back to me when I met them in Atlanta last year. So I have that mug back, and I love it. Did you kill that fly? I did not. No. That fly just like flew away, looked at me, was like, fuck, this guy's dumb. And yeah. That fly flew out of the backyard, went to his friends. Like, if you guys saw this shit I just witnessed, there is a human there. He's incredibly stupid. I was that human. He had a good story to tell, though. Twilight console on the way for ShoWTimE, or at least Blink upgrade on the way in that Twilight console. Firefly doing the exact same thing. We've got double Oracle chilling behind the main. Firefly is the first one here to go up to 3 bases. Hello, Andre. See you soon, mate. Looking forward to it. Great scouting here by Firefly. Ah, that's annoying. Nothing feels worse, guys, than building a pylon, building a gateway on the other side of the map, and the moment you warp in that gate, there is a zealot on top of it. I'm not totally loving where this game is going for us, and that makes me a little bit scared. Our 3-week win streak is on the line today. We started off the season 0-2. We got a nail-biting victory last week. Won 3 in a row. Offside is good, but it's obviously not one of the top tier teams in the league. Soon Gabe is joining, and then needless to say they'll be world class. But Gabe was not eligible to play yet. We got very lucky. Imagine you have to go up against Big Gabe. Terrifying. The nice thing about the position for ShoWTimE, guys, is that we at least have these oracles that can technically always force Firefly to keep a couple of units inside of his main, inside of his natural, and then maybe the rest of our army can shine somewhere. But if Firefly is just leaving 3 stalkers with Blink in the main, he can obviously blink them to the low ground too, and he's always going to be doing good here. Yeah. Did you guys see that video, by the way, of the Twitch CEO trying to show off clips, and then every single clip and story he took a look at was a lady? I watched that this morning, and it was a tiny bit awkward, I gotta say. Tiny bit awkward. It's obviously not bad if there's like 1 or 2, but if it's like 5 in a row, it's like, ah. If I was him, I'd be kind of feeling uncomfortable, be like, oh, this is not a good look. That's the risk of doing live demos. I mean, if I would do a live demo, it really wouldn't be... What's the worst thing that you could see? It's like, man, that's a lot of Starcraft, poker, and F1. It's like, oh no. my live demo would not look like that. But well, I guess it's a big website with a lot of ambassadors, a lot of partnered streamers. Perhaps it was just RNG. Who knows? I think it was a combination of the two. It was part of the algorithm and part of what he followed. I mean, like, nothing terribly bad, but I would just feel a tiny bit awkward if that would have happened to me and be like, ah. Alright, I know what the internet is gonna say about this. I think if you just type it in Twitter, it's literally gonna be the first thing you see. I don't like the new Twitch mobile app, by the way, at all. I actually find it very annoying. Vicky still has the old one, and the old one is just so much nicer. Like, it's actually just a bad upgrade. I feel like it should be optional to have this, what they currently have. And they shouldn't force it upon you. Discord is still fine for me. It changed a little bit, but I can still live with that. Anyway, let's take a little look at this 9-minute PvP, because it's obviously a big one. If ShoWTimE does not get the win here, there's a lot of pressure on the shoulders of Trigger. We are up 22 army supply. I'm actually a little bit surprised that we are up so much army supply. Firefly is building, or like is working with double forge, and he's building 2 upgrades at a time. Warping in a cannon as well. ShoWTimE's got 1,000 gas. Wouldn't hate a couple Archons here. Feel like Archons would be excellent. Oh. Is there a world where you would go to Lex Live in Barcelona next month? Oh, that sounds mega fun, Anonymous. So yes, there absolutely is a world. I would have to see if that is feasible money-wise and time-wise, but yeah, I would absolutely love that. I knew that Lex Live was happening again, but I didn't know when. So I'll start digging into that. It happened once in Belgium, and I really, really wanted to go, but I couldn't go back then. Firefly has a perfect wall of units with sentries, zealots, stalkers, and +3 attack on the way as +1 armor is done. ShoWTimE's gonna take a fight here. I don't really love this fight because that battery seems invincible, and if we cannot kill that battery overcharge is gonna make a massive difference. But now dropping a Templar Archives with 1000 gas in the bank. I don't love this fight, even though our zealots are finding a lot of service area. Is there a world where this fight is good? Battery overcharge is in the back doing its thing. ShoWTimE blinks forward. This many zealots. Is that then good enough, guys? This is a big moment for us, actually, in this entire clan war. Not bad. I don't know if it's a massive win, but I would say it's a tiny bit of a win, as now we should be able to get a couple of Archons, but we don't want to get Archons yet, because it's mostly Stalkers remaining. Now Firefly warps in extra zealots, and this could be the moment. Quite the fight. These oracles have so much energy, by the way. They could actually turn the entire center of the map into stasis trap galore. Are you going, Anonymous? I know that my boy Lino loves poker and absolutely loves Barcelona, because he can show off and let the world know that he speaks perfect Spanish as a tall, handsome German nerd. That is definitely something I would love to do, mate. I don't know if it's possible, but I'm very interested. You'll be going for PLO in the main event, arriving on the 11th. What kind of PLO games you play? I got completely blasted this morning. Tried to play heads up against a guy that was clearly better than me. Rookie mistake. But it's all good. I played like 10 hours of mid-stakes PLO this week, and in the end I'm up $60. So I'll take that, mate. That is a victory in my book. Firefly expanding in the top right. ShoWTimE also has that base at 2 o'clock, which basically now makes them neighbors. Zealots are amazing until they just can't find the service area anymore, and then suddenly having Stalkers is better. Firefly has an upgrade lead as well, and he's about to have a 2 upgrade lead. This is going to be very difficult for D Mauer, guys. At least we've got a battery overcharge, but Firefly ain't crazy. He knows to respect the battery overcharge, and he will disengage. I think ShoWTimE is in a lot of trouble. I don't want to say that he's dead. It's not fun. Got stasis trappies. I'm going to catch a couple stocks too. It's going to be very difficult to win this, but it's not impossible. I believe in D Mauer. We've got a cannon maybe soon in a battery. We have lost our Oracle. 2 upgrades though are so freaking large, and we can't really kill that prism. Both players have immediate reinforcements, but the double forge of Firefly seems to be making the difference here. Nice stasis trappy in the top right. Is that good enough to keep us alive? No, it's not. Oh, our WTL woes and struggles continue as Firefly gets a 2-0 victory over D Mauer. Well done by him, strong series, but yeah, this is not the debut season that D Mauer was dreaming of. It's all good. We win together, we lose together. Wow, look at this, by the way. 1% of the people. One guy with 1,000 channel points has won it all. That is one hell of a bet. Can I see who that is? Johnny. Johnny, absolute legend. Congrats, mate. Bet 1,000 to win 135,000. GG, Johnny, you're rich. And be like, we've done it, baby. We're rich. Firefly has made us rich, honey. So, we watched uThermal yesterday. No, 2 days ago, sorry, in the Kung Fu copy. And uThermal was playing Terran. I took a look at his ladder accounts, and uThermal has played 111 games of Terran in, let's say, a week. And he got up to 6,500 MMR, which is just incredibly high. For the people who don't really know what these numbers mean, I mean, I think Trigger, his all-time best on Europe is like 6.6 or 6.7. But it is a while ago. For uThermal to be capable of still getting 6,500 literally this week, that is crazy freaking high and impressive. There's a very good chance that uThermal is going to play Terran here for onside, or offside rather. They have onside gaming and offside gaming, but onside became Fatality. This is offside. If uThermal is Terran, it's going to be tough for us. Not impossible, could be 1-1. It can also still be a trigger victory. But it can also be a uThermal victory. And if uThermal wins 2-0, obviously that's the end of the clan war. So I'm a little bit nervous right now, but let's see. Should be fun. I'm expecting him to play Terran. Trigger can absolutely do it. I have no doubt that Trigger can do it. He's been very big for us in the past in PVTs, in WTL-Guest. Think of the wins over Oliveira, the wins over Beyond. So, he's been here, he's done that, but to say that I am 110% confident that we're just gonna ship this 2-0, no. Trigger is legit, uThermal scary though. They're very good friends of one another, and they're both very good. 422 ELO for this absolute handsome stud. uThermal from the Netherlands, your YouTuber. We've got Trigger with 481. Mark is chilling. Leaning back in his chair, closing his eyes. I believe he's in the Netherlands though. That's funny. Canada versus the Netherlands. We saw that a couple days ago in football. That was a 4-0 for the Netherlands. I hope that does not happen again. That'd be bad for us. Now Heaven, he's back to Terran, mate. At least in most games he's back to Terran. And he's 6,500 MMR, which is fucking insane. Apparently with ladder victories over Serral, Clem, and Max Packs. What? Isn't that crazy? That was for different reasons though, Ian Blue. Back then in Abu Dhabi or Qatar, whatever it was, right? Thank you to 1 meter long King Kong Dong. Great username, matey, for the 9 months. And Zion, 49 months, tier 3. Really appreciate it, mate. Ghost River is a scary map. I actually think a Ghost River is very good for Terran. I do think that uThermal hates playing against Protoss the most. And I think that Trigger, his PvT, is historically pretty damn strong, so it could be a 1-1, right? Could be a 1-1. These two are very good friends with each other. They've been memeing for a while. You guys can see that they're smiling, probably bantering a little bit on Battle.net or in the game lobby. uThermal is always rooting for Trigger to do well in the American either DreamHack or ESL Master events, however you call them. And Trigger obviously spends a lot of time watching uThermal on Twitch. Yeah, they might play some other games together too. Just know that they get along incredibly well. They've known each other for quite some time. But there are no friends in this important match. This Trigger is yawning. 3 PM for us means it's 9 AM for the men in Canada. Is there any way that I can see the overall stats of all-time WTL season? It's like an all-time record, wins and loss like that. You mean of teams of players? But I think the answer to that question, regardless, is no. You're gonna have to calculate that yourself. Top right side of Ghost River, it is the Flying Dutchman, our YouTuber, uThermal, saying Protoss fan. Top left side of Ghost River, we are looking at the main base of our Canadian Protoss representing Basilisk. It is Trigger. Apparently they hosted the game and had to rehost for whatever reason. Maybe wrong races. Thank you, Lapido. Not sure what it means, but I appreciate you, matey. You can definitely find all the stats, but I think the man was looking for one page that will give you an all-time overview of like maybe all the teams' wins and losses and player performances, not just of a specific season, but of every single season. I don't think that page exists. You can obviously make it yourself. In SC2 history, has there ever been a situation where the spawn you get on a 2-player map has a higher win rate? Yes, Heaven. Because I was actually a believer many years ago that spawning in the bottom side was way better than spawning in the top side. People made fun of me and said I was crazy. Then they decided to actually crunch the numbers of like 3-4 events in a row. And it turns out there was a couple percentage point difference. And then a lot of pros were like, I never thought about it, but actually I do prefer spawning at the bottom. I was like, I know. It got calculated once, Ian Blue, after a Katowice a couple years ago. I don't know when, and I don't have a link to the thread, but it did get calculated, and it proved my point. The other casters even responded in the thread, making fun of me. They're like, Roddy was right all along. Isn't there a difference in soccer if you attack left versus right? No, I don't think that exists. What does happen sometimes is that you have home games and away games. So if you play towards your die-hard fans, that teams tend to play better because they get more support when they look at it and they get closer to it and they hear them louder. But obviously there is no actual advantage. So the reason why I think bottom side is better is that obviously if you spawn at the bottom side of the map, most of the time your army is going to be at the bottom side of your screen. Well, if you spawn on the top side of the map, most of the time your army is going to be on the top side of the screen. And it is easier to micro units towards the bottom than it is to micro units towards the top. And that is why I've always preferred spawning at the bottom. I do my best work from the bottom, and apparently many other players do too. Has there ever been a case where audience reaction gave something away? Yeah, absolutely. I think the most famous case ever is Huck and Select in the early days of MLG, where the man built a mothership. The crowd went nuts just because the mothership spawned. And Huck said, don't worry, that's Halo. Not sure what's happening. Obviously, solid start here for our men. Like, we had a shield battery, had a couple stalkers, one of the Hellions died in mid-air. Just a single map win would already make me very happy. A 2-0 would be fantastic, but a single map win would already be happy. The Naniwa thing was spicy, but I don't know. That to me, that was kind of silly. But I'm sure there were many other moments, like even at Home Story Cups, right? Like, Home Story Cup is a professional event, but if the place is packed and everybody starts making noise, players will know that something is coming. And if you sit on a stage in front of a lot of people and you can feel like everybody clapping or like slamming the edge of their seat, you're gonna notice something. You may not know what, like Burrowed Banelings with, I think, Moon a long time ago. If an army gets close to Burrowed Banelings, the audience will be like, oh, and as a player, you could hear that. So then people sometimes stopped in their movement. They're like, wait, what? What's happening? By the way, they copied us. The way that we have Basilisk and then a very tiny little big symbol in the top right. Look at Offside Gaming, and now I have a very tiny mouse symbol in the top right. They better pay us some royalties. Absolute shameless copy. Boss just told me to do the same thing. You guys are shameless. No, Hero Marine is obviously not leaving Mouse Sports. It's the same as Basilisk, guys. It's just for one season they're teaming up, and at the end of the season, the teams and the players will go separate ways again. Game will continue. We're off to a good start, guys, on the side of Trigger. uThermal made a bunch of Hellions and Reapers. Has not done any damage yet. But we have to keep our eyes on those Cloak Banshees and the tanks. Who won the first map? This is the first map. One low HP Hellion makes it into the main. Could get a couple shots off. Obviously, he's getting a good scout. A Trigger is making a War Prism. I don't hate the War Prism, but what I would really love to see is an Observer soon as well. I had a different plan, Gemini. I had a plan with like a Basilisk logo, but then like a flag that was 50% USA and 50% Germany. But then they said no flags allowed, and I was like, alright. What about the colors? And then I thought about changing the colors of the Basilisk logo, but they didn't really... that didn't come out that well, so then we just went for this solution in the end. Very unfortunate moment for my stream to be lagging. And I'll just jump over to Twitch quickly. I apologize about this, guys. I'm watching a clean feed, so I am just relying on them providing me with a good link. Twitch is dead. YouTube is lagging. Classic WTL experience over here. I'm sure all the other commentators are already complaining. I have lag. Twitch is dead. Never mind. The game is back. The game is not back. I thought the game was back. God damn it. Why is this happening in Game 5 of the Clan War? I'm sorry, guys. There's really nothing that I can do about this stuff. I am not allowed to join the games. The only thing I can do is watch streams. Yeah, the other casters are complaining now as well, saying that the clean feed is dead on both Twitch and YouTube. Damn it, what a moment for it to go offline. Never mind, we're back. I think we're back. Are we back? Such an important moment as well, because Banshees are about to show up. Stalkers are about to attack. Okay, I think we're kind of back. Yeah, Banshees are indeed about to show up. And apparently we've already lost 9 kills, but we do have a War Prism and a bunch of Stalkers on the other side of the map. I don't know if we've killed anything yet. It is a Banshee in the main, a Banshee in the natural, dealing a lot of damage. This is... oh no, this is not looking good for us, guys. This is not looking good for us. Trigger is down 8 workers. I saw a whole bunch of siege tanks in the main base of uThermal. We are in trouble here. Game 1 on Ghost River. Double barracks, double eBay, and a Raven as a follow-up. Yeah, at least we're going up to 3 bases. We've got charge on the way. Stalkers are looking for a tiny opening somewhere, but we kill an SCV, we lose a Stalker. That's not a good trade, especially not if we're already behind. uThermal is gonna get a couple missile turrets in case there is a DT follow-up. Seven minutes into Ghost River, game 5 of this Clan War. It seems that OFFSYDE is looking pretty good to at least take the lead. And if uThermal wins this map, we can no longer get 3 points here. We can obviously still win the Clan War if Trigger just wins the second game and we win the ace match. So taking a 3-2 lead is always big, because then you secure yourself and your team at least 1 point. And this game is not 100% over yet, it just looks bad. But hey, the longer it goes, the more room there is for comebacks. And it does seem that this game is not going to end anytime soon. Would you guys love to see a Robo Bay right now? Because I kind of feel like Stalkers and Zealots alone are probably not going to cut it. I believe in Protoss, I always do. Well, there is our Robo Bay, so Trigger seems to agree with me that, yeah, this game is slowed down too much. That Stalker... okay, we find the Raven, baby. Raven gets bull, doesn't get anything. We like that. As now a War Prism is going to sneak into the back of the natural, and Immortal is going to lead the charge to get on top of one of these tanks, and then Blink Stalkers can maybe do their thing. This is actually a very strong little second for Trigger. Unfortunately, that War Prism somehow died, and I'm trying to figure out how it died. 3 Marines were hiding behind the refinery. Very sad. Because if that warp in the main would have gone off too, we would have been flying. But hey, we're still battling. We're finding more damage. We're still creating some chaos. Don't forget, the Robo Bay is online. Let's build a Colossus. Fire up extended thermal lens. There we go. +1 close, finishing up. Trigger going up to 4 bases. I think we finally took care of one of those Banshees. That was annoying. If uThermal, by the way, is playing in Homestead Cup and he's playing as Terran, he's got a realistic shot at going pretty damn far. With, I don't even know exactly what the lineup of players is going to be at Homestead Cup, but I can think of at least a couple that uThermal is going to be a pretty hefty favorite over. By the way, where's my DHL delivery? Triple drop by uThermal as there is an army in the center of the map as well battling. Trigger doing a really good job. What a strong couple minutes now by Trigger. An absolutely awful spot that he was in, if you ask me. He's turning this into something that is really turning me into a Justin Belieber. Last Homestead Cup looked like such a good time. They've all been, mate. I really don't think there's ever been a bad Homestead Cup. I'm sure that I enjoyed some more than others, but there really has never been a bad one. And I think in the year 2024 they feel a little different, but in my eyes it feels even more awesome that we have just created this little happening twice a year where all StarCraft 2 fans come together, or at least people that can make it, have a good time, socialize, and of course enjoy the games. But it's so much more than just a StarCraft tournament. Third Colossus on the way as a couple of High Templars get warped into. uThermal still trying to find something with his medevacs in the bottom side of the map. Next Homestead Cup is literally in 7 days from now. So, Homestead Cup over in Krefeld. Krefeld is near Cologne. Basically close to the Netherlands. Upper west side of Germany. Yeah, they've done a very bad job in spreading info, to be fair. But you can always ask me, mate. I'm here. Anything you need to know about Homestead Cups, you just reach out to me or anybody in my Discord and we got you. Marines are going to try to get a Nexus. We have a bunch of Zealots though trying to save this Nexus, and Shield Battery Overcharge is good enough to keep it alive as Trigger warps in 7 more Stalkers. Can we snipe some medevacs? You can absolutely snipe a Colossus apparently. The tanks are going to be annoying, but I feel like there's enough Protoss here to eventually take care of this tiny Terran army. The Widowmine shots there did some friendly fire to these medevacs. Look at these two Archons, guys. They are invincible. Now uThermal is trying to go full fantasy on us by dropping on top of a Colossus, but that did not work out. Oh. uThermal, let's go. And Trigger knows it. That was a good one. He's like, yeah, that's right. We take the 3-2 lead after all. Well done, mate. Well done. Impressive. Because that game actually looked pretty damn dire. Excellent comeback by a Trigger. uThermal now realizing why he started playing random. He's like, damn it, I hate Shield Battery Overcharge so freaking much. Perhaps there was a bit of an F2 there, but it was also just chaos, right? There were like 3-4 fights happening at once. And then sometimes, even if you're a very experienced player like uThermal, you're just going to lose track of where all your units are. Awesome. That means that we guarantee ourselves at least 1 point in this clan war. And we still have a shot at taking home 3. I don't know if Big Gabe Pizza is on the menu. I mean, Gabe streams almost every day, guys. Just stop by his stream later today. I'll post a link in the chat. And whenever you guys see Gabe live, just ask him if he's got any pizza plans for Homestead Cup. Yeah, somebody else mentioned it as well, Ice Cream AC. I've actually never thought about that. But I will not fight you over it. I can see why that is a thing. If certain fields are positioned in certain ways, that staring into the sun would indeed be very annoying. Never thought about it, mate, but makes sense to me. We're not ashamed of copying the logo. You know where to find my Twitch channel. That was my idea, by the way. I heard that the Dolphins also has something about like that the benches where like the backups or the reserves or the players that are not playing on that specific moment, that they are always sitting in the boiling hot sun, and meanwhile the players of the Dolphins have shade. It's awesome, TTA Larkin. We've had that before. I remember watching the World Cup of 2 years ago in the basement of Home Story Cup with Lino, Executor, Lambo. All the Koreans were watching too. And I feel like we also had the World Cup of 2016 during the Home Story Cup. I remember France scoring a whole bunch of goals against Argentina back then in the quarterfinals or round of 16. So it has happened a couple of times. There's a lot of pro players that actually really like following football. Whenever the Spurs are playing, a lot of the Koreans will keep an eye on it because they're all rooting for Son. But also just national competitions. A decent amount of them really like it. Obviously not everyone. Like football's not for everyone. Well, a lot of people do. I am definitely going to do a couple of viewing parties on my second channel. I cannot do it tonight, of course, because we have the big rain bouts. But maybe even tomorrow, if I'm just chilling and I'm not doing a whole lot, I'll have a viewing party for 1 or 2 of the matches. Where I cannot show you guys the game, but I can show you guys what I'm watching, how I'm watching it, what time. And we can root for goals together. I can even do it for the Netherlands. If I'm ever home, I can do it on the main channel. Every other game, I would do it on a secondary channel. Unless we get very deep. Exclamation mark second, guys. There's a lot of downtime in this clan bar. I don't really know what that's all about. I mean, Firefly showed up late. We were kind and generous. Rex was very nice to me. Saying like, oh, I really appreciate it. I know you guys had the right to take a free win. Thank you so much. It's okay. It wasn't supposed to be the case that he would then show up and get a 2-0 victory, but it is what it is. Alright, Oceanborn, guys. It is match point for us. Are we going to get an ace match? Or will it be a 4-2 victory? After winning that previous game from a very difficult position, I kind of like our chances, man. Good chance though that game 1 was played on the American server where Trigger had ping advantage, and that game 2 will be played on the European server, and now uThermal will have ping advantage. That I think is worth mentioning. I know, right, Puras? Like, okay, if the man doesn't want to get too old, I get it, but should have been a 1-1. Come on, Firefly. We give you 35 minutes more than you're supposed to have to show up. Then you do show up and you just 2-0. I've learned my lesson. We are never ever nice again. No, there will not be an interview today. No interviews. I am literally sitting here under the influence of painkillers and a broken rib. And I have to do 5 more hours of Starcraft tonight. So no, I'm not going to do bonus content. I'll watch these games, then I'll send you guys over to Wardy. And I'm going to relax for like 90 minutes because I need to. And then I'll be back. Or 2 hours. I don't know what happened. I assume that it happened during go-karting. But I really had no accidents. I didn't bump into someone, so it's a bit of a mystery to me. Probably I'm just old and I fall apart. One day I'm fine, the next day I break my rib. And then I tried to walk it off and play it off like it was nothing, but it started hurting more and more. So went to the doctor and that is the diagnosis I got. The 11th rib, apparently. The 11th rib on this side. Mate, sneezing is fucking painful right now. Pardon my French, but sneezing and hiccups are 2 of the most painful activities that I can currently do. Because I get a shiver down my right side, and it always stings and hurts. Thank the Lord I haven't sneezed a lot today. Top left side of Oceanborn, we are looking at the main base of our Canadian Protoss, taking the 1-0 lead for us, securing at least a point. Hopefully he can bring it home. It is Trigger. Bottom right side, the Dutchman looked a tiny bit annoyed because I'm sure he thought he was in a very good spot. Hailing from the Netherlands, it is the uThermal. Laughing is painful too, but there's not a whole lot to laugh about when I'm in pain. No, laughing is not too bad, mate. Sneezing is bad. And hiccups, kind of bad. But the laughing is alright. Yeah. Few more painkillers and Roddy will be interviewing himself. Yeah. Call it a podcast, mate. A podcast without any guest. Basically the big Gabe stream. Gabe just talks. There is a chat, but chat doesn't really participate in the big Gabe stream. Yeah, it's okay, guys. I'll be fine. The only thing I'm very sad about is that we had plans to go-karting in Germany, and it seems that that is going to be a no-go for me. Padel, I think I can play because I can make a lot of movements without hurting myself, so that will be fine. But it will be very sad to see everybody have fun with go-karts and no, I can't race. That's the worst thing in the world. We'll survive. Bunker going up behind the natural. Trigger has seen it. Can't really do much about it. I don't know if we can build a battery on the low ground. Okay, that might be far enough away from the bunker, yeah. That is a good spot. But there's also a world where we need to get a second shield battery. Against single Reaper, I don't think that's necessary. I think I kind of like this start for us, guys. We're not overreacting, we're not messing up, we haven't made a single mistake. There's definitely some moments where if it's like Marines walking into the bunker or a second Reaper showing up, that you need to get a second battery. We've seen Protoss players build that first shield battery in range and then they mess up a little. But I think this is 10 out of 10 defense. And this Reaper is stuck now, so we're gonna get the Reaper too. I like it. I like it a lot. Match point for Basilisk. We've won 3 matches in a row. Can we make it 4? Come on. Okay, the others. One hit. One hit is good enough, right? We got the Reaper. uThermal. He's not expanding, is he? And well, we're gonna get at least an early robo. What Trigger needs to do, guys, is scout this ASAP. uThermal is fully sending it for offside gaming. 3 racks, a factory, no expand. Steam and combat shield on the way. This is one of these things where the quicker you scout it as a Protoss, the better it is, because then you can get more sentries, more immortals, more units. You don't go up. No, don't go 3 bases, mate. Oh. And of course, you get the Stalkers out on the map. The Stalkers need to get out on the map ASAP, because they can start picking off Marines one by one, maybe force out an early stim. And there is no starport with this build of uThermal, so every single stim hurts. What I do know is that uThermal is going to be on life tilt if he does not win this game. Because if the 1 base all-in does not work against the guy who's going blind 3 bases, oh, there is nothing that pisses Terran players off more. I have taken the accidental 3rd base once or twice against what was a 1 base all-in and I didn't know. And no Terran player ever took it very nice. Or kind. Not a single Terran ever out there was like, wow, that's impressive, man. You went up to 3 bases against a 1 base all-in and you held. Well done. No. Those words have never been spoken. As Trigger now finds these Marines, at least we find it somewhat in the center of the map. We can get a couple of shots off. We're firing up a Zolot charge. I don't know about the Observer. I would kind of like some Immortals. Or just more Gateway units. Stim and combat shield. uThermal's army is going to hit like a truck. Battery overcharge can buy some time. Maybe get 1 tank. Okay, Marines are also going to stim forward. They're going to go for that battery. We don't want to lose too many of our Stalkers. Blink obviously is on cooldown for a split second. We have warped in the slow Zealot. That's not going to do a whole lot for us. And uThermal's on 18 SCVs, guys. 1 base. Like, we don't need to defend the 3rd. We just need to stabilize on Maybe even one base would be okay. This could turn into one base against one base. Aren't we just that? I don't know. Don't forget, no medevacs with this push. Every single stim hurts. I don't know if we're that. If we can sneak in a couple zealots with charge coming in from the back, do we have to be Omega dead here? Every second that goes by is a good one for Trigger and a bad one for uThermal. And uThermal obviously just needs to end this game ASAP. Tanks are getting very, very close now though. One Immortal's leading the charge. Do we have Coco's second overcharge yet? No, we don't. Tiny stim by uThermal. Not many Marines remaining though. I like that overcharge. I kind of believe. Am I crazy? Am I crazy? Am I crazy in believing? We have a whole bunch of Stalkers. Battery overcharge is doing its thing. First tank is dead. Second tank is dead. Zealots with charge. Oh baby, we ain't dead at all. We are pulling off a little bit of Protoss magic here. 3 bases against 1. uThermal scratching his head. He knows there is no way to save this game anymore. Just like that, we get the dub, baby. 4-2 over Offside. Well done, Trigger. Name a more iconic duo than Trigger coming in clutch in PvTs for us in the WTL Code S. Reynor with a 2-0 victory over Rex. ShoWTimE, unfortunately, once more struggling a little bit in the WTL Code S. And our ace player in PvT when it's for all the marbles. Trigger gets a 2-0 victory over uThermal. And that will do it. Awesome. We had 3 wins in a row. 3 wins in a row becomes 4, baby. You guys ready? Lower your volume.
Quad kill.
Too late, guys. From 0-2 to 4-2. Well done, Trigger. Well done, Reynor. Unlucky ShoWTimE, but it's all good. It is a team effort. I am happy. 3 more points. That's gonna boost us a little bit in the rankings. And yeah, I am happy. Well done, matey. Well done.